Oh, come on. Oh, I can't do it both. Dadgummit. Okay. So here's... Hello. This is day 4. I'm doing a separate video of the other place I visited this morning. I'll probably post that first so I can go ahead and let you know I went to a Bass Pro Shop. Anyway, here's the hat that I got from Buc-ee's. I love this color. So cute. Now I'm headed to Sloss Furnace. Sloss Furnace? Yes. Not Sloth. Sloss Furnace, which I think is like the longest running or oldest iron factory or something like that. But anyway, it's a big deal around here, or produced the most iron or something, and it just stopped being a functioning factory or furnace in 1971. But now it's a museum, so I'm gonna go check it out. It's on the must-see list. And then I'm headed to Memphis. So welcome back, Peach Pack. Thanks for coming back to Adventures of Miss Peach, and this is Joanna, and I am here to have you join me today at Sloss Furnace. So let's go. Gotta look for all the traffic. Yep, that's shown enough where we're going.
In 700 feet, turn right on Sloss Furnace Entry Road.
Trying to revitalize something? I wonder what that is. Interesting. So that's it over there. Is this the little road? Maybe. Let me look on my map. Back 40 Beer Company. Okay. That's cute.
In 500 feet, you'll arrive.
Is this open? Oh, by appointment only. No. I got a call. So I called and I left a message begging to come in. Told them I waited around another day just to come here. And now I'm like, should I just pull over in the grass and wait? I don't know what to do. So, well, I called the number this other lady gave me that was going through to pick up something, and somebody answered, and I asked, and I thought she was about to say no, but then she's like, okay, come on in and I'll ring you up, whatever that means. But how cool. And they're shooting something here. Well, I think Miss Peach and I get to go in. Or maybe just me, but... Well, I guess I'm looking up. Hey, I'm the one who just called. Are you Ashley? Yes. That's cute. Okra. Okay, he became active in the railroad construction. He had a voice in county and state politics and was taking up the fight for railroads with vigor and good Irish tongue of his to boot. His influence will be found connected with every important industrial and commercial enterprise in the state during the latter half of the 19th century. ultimately reaching the Gulf of Mexico, the Louisville and Nashville Railroad invested more than $30 million in furnaces, mines, wharves, steamship lines, and other Alabama operations. It's a rich mineral area surrounding Birmingham. Coke Company. At the 1883 Louisville expedition, the company won a bronze medal for the best pig iron. Pig iron is iron ore, limestone, and coal. Prior to the mid-1920s, all molding was done by hand in the cast shed. Each shed had a gently sloping sand floor into which the mold was imprinted using tools. When the furnace was tapped, the molten iron poured out into a trough and ran down, filling the molds. The pattern of the molds resembled piglets suckling at the sow, hence the name pig iron. Interesting. Nearly 5,000, there were nearly 5,000 foreigners from 28 different countries. Large immigration population. Half of the population of the city of Birmingham with their families were the people that worked here, the men and their families. By the 1900s, Alabama was producing slightly more than 25% of the nation's foundry iron and had overtaken all the industrial areas of Pennsylvania. That's crazy. 7 of the 12 pipe foundries were located in Alabama. As early as 1914, slag, the waste product of iron-making process, was being processed for conversion into cement and other building materials. Most of the early roads in Alabama used slag as ballast for the road beds. Vulcan Materials, a prominent international corporation in Birmingham, got its start in slag. And I was at the Vulcan Park the other day. They built these low-cost housing in the Birmingham's industrial district. See the shacks? It said it attracted family men, lowering the rate of absenteeism, and made readily available a supply of workers in case of emergencies. Migrants were as far away as Italy, Germany, Ireland, Greece. Majority were African American migrants. In the early 1900s, because cotton prices were so low, farmers decided the only path to financial freedom was to head to the smokestacks of Birmingham. It says cotton was down to nothing. Sloss Furnaces had quarters for the African American workers. 48 houses in the industrial district. The residents had a neighborhood watch. Basically, nobody could get in trouble because everybody knew everybody. Children couldn't get into the development, I think it's development, away from home because another adult might whip them and then they get two things. Yes, that's how it should be. Recreational sports, they had baseball. One player recalled when the white team would play, all the blacks would come. When the blacks would play, the whites would come. That's awesome. Says, regardless of race, prior to the implementation of industrial safety programs, the best safety insurance a worker had was the man he worked with. worker learned from his job from his coworker and each depended on the others for warnings and for safe conditions. Because of this buddy system and the closeness, the work required kinship developed amongst the workers. It did say they did have accidents sometimes. The steams of molten iron were often men working with just inches from streams of molten iron were often burned and maimed. The implementation of the ladle car not only increased production but allowed for a safer work environment. Chemical of technology. By the time the 1920s came, they were able to do twice as much daily capacity as the original furnaces. And they were twice as high. During World War II, almost all of the output went into munitions. This is a U.S. arsenal. They included 381 persons serving on every front. In the 1960s, though, technological advancements changed the industrial landscape. Suddenly, Sloss pig iron was obsolete. The introduction of ductile iron, and iron that combined the best features of iron and steel, became the material of choice. And due to its low carbon content, foundries could use increased amounts of scrap iron instead of pig iron. And then we had the Clean Air Act of 1970. They were beginning to face competition from foreign companies. Foreign plants were exporting low-cost iron. So after 90 years in operation, the blast furnaces were finally silenced. Aww, it's kind of sad. Alright. Number 2, cast shed. I'm having to do the self-guided tour. Says now this houses their world-renowned Sloss Metal Arts program. That's cool. It shows there's workshops that show students the modern process of pouring iron, creating all types of metal art, and host public events. That's cool. They have an event that brings over 400 artists from all over the globe to Sloss to learn and hone their craft as well as show off their skills. So I heard this place is haunted. I saw that on I saw it on the internet that this place is haunted for people that had died or gotten maimed or something here. People are doing stuff up in there. But it's closed to the public. I think they're just people who are here for workshops, etc. Here I am at Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. Pretty cool. I'm on a self-guided tour. This should be in like a scene of The Walking Dead. Just think if these walls could talk. Like I'm the only person down here. Interesting. Let's see. So these are the Sloss Spoilers. Let me read about the Sloss Spoilers. They generated the steam that powered this facility. They had 16 boilers, 12 on the left side and 4 on the right. The ones on the left were built around 1910, the ones on the right around 1920. Inside were large metal drums that would be filled with water, while the boilers could burn coal and natural gas to heat the drums. They primarily burned waste gas created inside the furnace during the iron making process. The gas was cleaned and pumped into both the boilers and the hot blast stoves. The steam created in the boilers would be used to power the blowing engines and turbo blowers, the skip hoist, and the machinery in the powerhouse. It says continue following the wooden walkway. Does this look wooden? know I'm in the right spot. The stock tunnel. It worked to get iron ore, limestone, and coke into the furnace. I'm a little confused what coke they're talking about. It says go down 2 flights of stairs. You will see the scale car on the right as you enter. Water Tower Plaza. It's a plaza of water towers. It says this is the strongest building on site and would house the workers to protect them if anything went seriously wrong with the furnace. The Pyrometer House. The workers called this the doghouse, and the furnace would get mad at them and put them in the doghouse. 6 tall cylindrical hot glass stoves consisted of steel shells lined with heat-resistant bricks and filled with a tall latticework of fire brick called checkers. Waste gas from the furnace would be burned in the stove to heat the checkers. The gas was then shut off and the air was blown through the stoves. The hot checkers heated the air to 1400 degrees Fahrenheit, and large pipes carried the hot air to the furnace. Can't not. At any one time, 2 of these were on glass and 4 were on gas. That way they had a constant supply of hot air. They said the bricklayers were the unsung heroes, the ones behind the scenes, and they had the hardest job. Which one of these looks out of place? The Purell. It says the decibel level that the blowing engine building had was comparable to that of standing in a front row of a rock concert. It's amazing how cool it feels in here right now. Look, it's a pulley. That's apparently not my way out. That's cool. The archway. Steam from the boiler spun a turbine that powered a generator to produce an alternating current. That's AC. Let's see. On the upper level, the machines on the ground floor converted that alternating current into direct current. Interesting. It's terrible. Local governments then sold certain legal private and government entities for labor. They used this practice of convict leasing predominantly black laborers to work. I think they use this as an amphitheater now. It's kind of cool for concerts and stuff. Thanks again for joining me on my trip to Sloss Furnaces in Alabama. It was interesting, even though I had to have it self-guided. I guess maybe some other days they do have tours. Anyway, check it out and make sure you subscribe to my channel, click the like, and leave a comment. Thanks so much, and live intentionally and be blessed.